I'm Cooper Coleman, and this is my informative speech. I have an audience of 3 today, and this is the outline that I am using for my speech. Have you ever wondered what the best place to travel looks like? Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places to experience natural wonders, delicious food, and a rich culture of the locals. It is great to have a prior knowledge of the island if you ever choose to go there and experience it for yourself. Recently, me and my family had the opportunity to visit the second Hawaiian island known as Maui, and I had one of the best and most life-changing experiences I have ever had. Over the next few minutes, I will take you through some of the information on the islands, especially Maui, and just prepare you if you ever choose to visit the island or if you ever choose to do a little bit more research on them. So sit back and listen to the amazing and wonderful information on the islands. Hawaii is filled with some of the most beautiful natural wonders that you can experience anywhere in the world. One of these natural wonders on the island of Maui is known as the Road to Hana. According to the website Maui Information Guide on August 30th, 2022, it stated, Maui is understandably proud of Heavenly Hana's successful fight against overdevelopment and the destruction of the Hawaiian culture. This 64-mile-long road with over 500 turns beautifully shows the wonders of the island through waterfalls, banyan trees, and remote villages that you cannot see anywhere else. Another way that you can experience the natural beauties of the island is also with a mix of the modern luxuries of today's life. One of these modern luxuries is a beautiful and amazing restaurant on the side of Maui's only volcano that is high in the sky and gives a lovely view of the entire island. Hawaii is also one of the only places where you can visit lush and natural rainforest as well as beautiful beaches to watch the amazing Hawaiian sunset on. One of the best things about Hawaii, however, is the delicious food that is provided by the locals. Hawaii has some of the freshest food anywhere in the world because a lot of it is grown directly there on the islands. This fresh food dates back to the early settlers as they came in and planted many fruits and vegetables that the islanders still continue to plant and consume today. In an article about the delicious Hawaiian foods and what you should eat on the island, Noel Morte says, the ancient Hawaiians planted coconuts, sweet potatoes, and yams, sugarcane grew their staple for toro and pau, and fished and raised meat that they have cooked in earthen ovens in the ground. The locals on the island today continue to plant a lot of the same food and raise a lot of the same animals that the ancestors did to maintain that just sense of natural and just delicious things that the ancestors used to. Almost everything on the island incorporates something that was grown on the island or an animal that was raised there. So all of the dishes, you can just tell that there's a certain level of care put into them by the locals. For example, many of the drinks, such as sodas and cocktails, use sugarcane that is grown right there on the islands themselves. Many restaurants on the island use fruits or vegetables grown there, or animals raised on either the island itself or one of the surrounding islands in their dishes, so you can really just get that Hawaiian sense that you get nowhere else in the world. The culture is one of the most intriguing things on the island, and you can tell that the locals have a certain pride in sharing it with the visitors. The rich culture can be seen in almost every aspect of the Hawaiian life. For example, me and my family had the amazing opportunity to visit an authentic luau that expressed the culture of the Hawaiian, Samoan, and Tahitian islands. Many of the food and dances there are authentic dishes or authentic dances that still happen today in the island and have dated back to the original settlement of the islands. While there, you can tell that all of the locals have a massive smile on their face and are excited to share their culture with the people visiting them. This culture can not only be seen in the food and attitude, but also the language that the people used to speak and is still used on the island today, just not as common. In an article on the Hawaiian arts and culture, it says the spirit of aloha, which means hello, goodbye, and I love you, and many other things in the Hawaiian culture, being the presence of and sharing the essence of life, which is the literal meaning, teaches us lessons of peace, kindness, compassion, and responsibility to the future generations. While the language has changed, it is still important to many of the locals and is still used. For example, many of them still use the original words for the months of the year, which I have a list of here. As you can see, many of them are very similar to the English language that we use in the rest of the United States. However, some of them have changed drastically. But even though it has changed, they're still used on the island today. I hope that this speech on the Hawaiian Islands have truly intrigued you to learn more and to hopefully one day visit the islands for yourself. If you ever do choose to visit, I hope that you are now well prepared to fully enjoy your visit. Hawaii is rightfully seen as one of the most interesting and magical places on the earth and has some of the most amazing natural wonders, food, and culture of the people living there. If you ever choose to visit the Hawaiian Islands, I know that it will be one of the most amazing and life-changing experiences that you will ever have. So, thank you for listening to my speech today.
Good job!